YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Buddha back in the building for another Last Cloudia information and news video. We have the October 6th maintenance notice. Not the biggest update, but some key things that I think will be important to talk about, especially if you're a new player trying to figure out what you are doing. You'll want to listen up for sure. So let's get into it. Thank you for playing Last Cloudia. We've got maintenance 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. Pacific time, so make your adjustments on Google. Maintenance details, event updates, gotcha updates, shop updates, other updates, and token of apology. For the event updates, we are getting the Part 2 quests for Guardian of the Northland, Young Yoda's quest we got going on. Addition of a high difficulty quest. We'll see if this is actually high difficulty for us end gamers. Addition of various rewards. Addition of Granadas, Maja, Sheeta, and Davin to the event units. Well, why might that be happening, you may ask? It's because we have the Ultra DOH banner returning, but I'm skipping ahead. Let's talk about Beastmania returning. We are getting Vazard and DXR only equipment. This is actually hype, DXR being one of the monsters that has extreme meta value. For those of you who don't know, there are a couple monster units worth talking about. When you're talking about high level strats in endgame, DXR is among those. So it will be very interesting to see what equipment he gets. I'm looking forward to it. But going into the gotcha updates, we have the Ultra DOH returning with Granadas and Council of 10 featured. Those are some baits if I've ever seen them. However, I want you to keep in mind, Granadas is great to have for other people, right? Like, there's a ton of hype around Granadas being the XP booster. However, it's as a support unit. So it's more about you, how selfless you want to be if you're gunning to get him on your account, because it's mainly just other people that have him that's going to benefit you the most. Having Granadas can help with certain experience grinding if you're only using your account, but he's best served as a support unit. So I wouldn't let that fool you so much as to having him on your account. However, Council of 10, we know at arc skill level, I'd say 9 or 10, is one of the best things in the entire game right now, in my opinion. So this is extremely tempting to pull on. For those of you who have 120,000 crystals saved, to pity Council of 10, now's your chance. However, it's definitely not something I recommend summoning for, gambling for, right? I give advice from the standpoint of a free-to-play player who's looking to get the most out of their crystals, and just simply the Ultra DOH banner is not that, okay? Some people are going to get lucky, it's going to tempt you, but I would hold strong, not worth summoning on. Then we get to some very interesting stuff, and this is where people might be saying, bait, but if you're asking me if the choose a unit step-up gacha is worth it, we also have the choose an arc step-up gacha is worth it. My answer is yes. If you follow my advice, right? These are step-up lap banners where you can use free crystals. You can go up to 5 times. I don't know if you can go... yeah, it's only 1 lap with the 5 steps. So once you burn through all of these stages, you don't get to refresh, right? You get 1 unit exchange ticket, 1 arc exchange ticket if you spend the full 30,000, 15,000 crystals each on these banners. So here is where I recommend people to save up to 60k to have for these events, right? Some people might be saying, it's right before the anniversary, this is bait. Yes and no. The anniversary banner and the unit, while he may be, or he or she, right? While they may be OP upon their time of release, unless you have 75,000 guaranteed for 1 unit, I am never going to recommend anyone gamble on these banners when we have value banners like this for you to get guaranteed things as a free-to-play player. If you are missing Spirit Maiden Tyria for whatever reason still, if you don't have Maja and you don't want to risk pulling for Lagrabos because you would have to spend the full 75k pity, I imagine Maja would be available on here, which actually makes it funny that he's in this Ultra DOH banner. If he's not, that's going to be really sus, but if we're going up to Sarah here, Maja should definitely definitely be accessible as a unit you can get guaranteed. So this is where I encourage the free-to-play player base to look. These are your value banners, right? Rather than pity the new anniversary unit for 75,000, you could have saved 15,000 when, let's say, a unit you wanted like Ardeen came out. Pull for him and get him for literally 20%. 4 free crystals is where you're going to be getting your value. It's basically trading the newness of something, an item or an arc, for the discounted rate later down the road. It's like not buying a game at full price because you know in 6 months you can get the game for $10 on some super sale in the Steam store, right? That's the best way I can compare it. So if you are missing a key unit to a certain strategy, you've been saving, you have your 60, 70, however many crystals saved up in order to guarantee yourself for an extremely good discounted price, these are the banners that I encourage you to look at. Along with the arcs, you may be missing something with a very key skill. I'm thinking of Sharp Eyes. I'm thinking if you don't have an arc to do the Vaz quest, whether that be Abandoned City of the Sea or Lugan if you want that summoning stone, this is where you can guarantee yourself those tools without relying on RNG. Some people have been playing day one, oh, I still don't have the Divine Beast Lugmechia arc. Well, that's because you haven't been smart and saving 15,000 crystals to guarantee yourself on the account, eliminating the RNG from the process, right? That's the best way to make sure you have a fun experience long term, in my opinion. I think I've talked in circles enough. My message is out there. Spend at your own risk. When these come around, even when they're a week before the anniversary information, this is where you can guarantee yourself for a crazy discounted price, and that is where the true value is for the free-to-play player base, in my opinion. So moving forward, the shop updates, we're getting some various power-up sets, don't really care. Other updates, bug fixes, following issues will be fixed in multiplayer. The treasure chest +1 perk of the LC Pass may not activate normally. Not sure what that means, however, we're going to get that fixed. When the unit Lagarbos the Wise uses the magic Apocalypse with the skill Apocalypse Meteor set, other non-stackable magic may be able to be activated. I have been abusing this in the current event stage. It's wonderful having 2 non-stacking magics proc at the same time. Love the feature, but it's not intentional, so that's going to get patched tomorrow. In the Ancient Library, a communication error occurs when you tap on some of the events in the Path of Heroes. I don't really look through the story like that, so I wouldn't notice. Minor bug fixes as well. And token of apology, we're getting one whole single summon for the LC Pass issue on September 30th. So thank you for your continued support of Last Cloudia, the Last Cloudia management team. Like I mentioned, short little update before we get the big information dump on the 9th or 10th, depending on where you are in the world. So looking forward to that. Again, remember, biggest part of this message is that Ultra DOH is bait, and the step up guaranteed gotchas are where the value is at. So play how you like, but your boy Buddha has spoken. With that all being said, I'm going to wrap up the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you don't let the algorithm tell you when to watch my videos. And with all that being said, y'all know what we say, work hard, play hard. See you in the next video.